Okay, let's welcome our individual champion of LIV Golf Andalusia, Talor Gooch of Smash GC, who finished 8 under par, winning by 1 shot over Jon Rahm. Talor, congratulations. How does it feel to be back in the winner's circle and to do it here in Spain?
Yeah, it's just, man, I just can't describe how special it is. And, to beat Rombo, while all the fans may not love that part, that makes it even that little bit more special for me. So, it's been 2 years since I won. My last win was here. And so it's been 2 years of a lot of hard work, a lot of time put into this craft, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, shed to get back here. So the patience and hard work has paid off, and I couldn't be happier for it to be have paid off here at Valderrama.
Got off to a bit of a slow start, first 6 holes, but then really turned it on the back 9. I think that birdie on 17 was clutch. That 18, the shot you hit into 18th. Can you just talk about how you played down the stretch there?
Yeah, nothing was easy today. It felt like I had very few tap-ins. I felt like I had a bunch of 3, 4, 5 footers for par. I mean, I made on 13, I made about a 5-footer for par. On 15, I made about a 20-footer for birdie. On 16, I made about a 5-footer for par. 17 made about a 5-footer for birdie. So it's like, I felt like my back was against the wall all day long, and to make a birdie on 17 to take the lead, and then the shot I hit on 18. My caddy Mal, when we got done, he said that second shot on 18, he said that's the best iron shot he can remember seeing. So it was not the place you want to be to try to win a golf tournament, but we hit a phenomenal golf shot and got it done.
Just final one from me. You've showed incredible composure when you've gone up against some of the biggest names. I think you beat Bryson when you last won here in Andalusia. You took down Jon this week. What does that mean to you?
Again, like I said, just made it a little bit more special for Rombo to be the one that I had to beat today. And so, like I said, I've beaten Sergio in a playoff out here. I've made a birdie on the last to beat Bryson. I beat Rombo by 1. So to beat these caliber of players, it just it's just an affirmation of where my game has gotten, and the type of player that I can be, and just again it makes the wins that much that much more special.
Awesome. Over to you, Mike.
So Talor, this is your 4th individual win, but if you include the team wins, you've now lifted 13 trophies, which is more than any other LIV golfer. Just wondering what that means to you and how you put that into perspective.
It's cool considering I've been on 3 different teams. So we've had some, success on the teams that I've been on. Year 1 with Aces, year 2 with the Goats, and then the last 2 years here with Smash. We've been able to get some wins everywhere I've been, which makes it that much more fun and that much more just fulfilling, right? So that's a pretty cool stat. I didn't know I had the most trophies on LIV. I'll be sure to let everyone know in JCB that that's the case.
And how much better are your celebration techniques on the podium?
This one was more of a relief than a celebration. I was on the podium a couple months back in South Korea and Seoul, but not in the winner's circle. So, yeah, like I was telling Anthony at the interview when we were standing on 18, it's nice to get sprayed on 18 again.
And you were talking about the crowd here. Obviously, they're heavily supporting Jon. Did you kind of embrace the spoiler role, you think, and did that help you at all?
The fans, they're great even if you're not, a Spaniard. And so obviously I know that they want, one of their own to win, but, I never felt like the spoiler. They've embraced me so much, and obviously having won here 2 years ago, I think I've garnered a few more fans, and so, yeah, I felt super supported out there. Like I said, these are incredible sports fans, and it's another great reason to win here in front of them.
And last question from me, are you glad not to have to hit another tee shot on 1? And what did you think was a key moment today?
I'm glad to not have to hit a lot of tee shots out here for another however long it's going to be. So, yeah, God, this place is just it's so penal, and it applies pressure to you throughout the entire round. And you know, there's a few shots on that back nine that I'm gonna, you know, never forget kind of moments. Obviously, the second shot on 18 is one of those moments. But even the birdie on 17, you know, just given the moment, given the situation, I knew I needed a birdie. You know, those are the type of moments, like I said, years down the road, I'm going to look back on and just have great memories of. So it was a great memory-filled day, and thankfully not a bad one.
Hey, Taylor. Your resurgence, particularly this week, seems really well timed with, you know, LIV getting more spots in the majors as of this year going forward. Obviously, the application for the world rankings has been resubmitted. Do you feel like it's a really timely way for you to start playing your way back into winning form?
I wish I would have played this way to start the year, so I could have maybe gotten one of those spots into, you know, the majors that, you know, at those, you know, certain points that we had. So, listen, playing good golf anytime is good. I want to play good golf all the time, but yeah, I mean, with, you know, the momentum of the league and the momentum that we have with what we're doing, you know, everything from, you know, having Roshan and HSBC and these, you know, these big companies coming and seeing our vision and getting on board and supporting and partnering with us. You know, it's a good time to, you know, to do well, right? And so I'm just happy again to be in the winner's circle and happy to do it here in Valderrama.
You mentioned the momentum of the league. Where do you see that at the moment, given that, you know, you were sort of caught in the crosshairs of that, you know, grey area in the first two seasons, but now it looks like it's, you know, sort of some of those pathways are coming back. There are now avenues into majors. Where do you see LIV Golf at the moment?
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously, it's a move in the right direction. And as we continue to move in the right direction, I think we'll get, you know, to where the end goal is, and that's just to, you know, have, you know, people want to come to LIV because of access into the majors, not people not wanting to go to and play on LIV because not having access to the majors. So the closer we can get to that point, the better it is for all of us out here and for, you know, young kids coming up. I've said many a times, you know, the Tom McKibbins and Caleb Surratts and David Puge, like those guys, I hope for their sake, who haven't played in, you know, majors. David's played in a few, but, you know, Tom and Caleb haven't played in me. It's like, you know, these are young kids who have a lot of time left in this game, and I just hope that they get a chance to, you know, play those 4 special weeks a year, and I hope it's, you know, because of their, you know, superior play on LIV. So that's my hope and my desire, and so we've started to move in that direction.
Thanks, Taylor. Congrats.
Do we have any other question in English? Sí, we have one question in Spanish.
Se está hablando de la posibilidad de que este torneo se vaya a Madrid, se vaya de Valderrama, quizá el año que viene, quizá dentro de 2 años, ya veremos. Imagino que tú estás radicalmente en contra de irte de Valderrama después de 2 victorias, ¿no?
So there is a speculation about this tournament going from Valderrama to Madrid, but he's assuming that you may be against that.
I want to play Valderrama as much as we can, right? I've heard some of that speculation too. We've never been to Madrid. I was telling someone I was actually talking with Rambo about it. Obviously, if we go there, that would be fantastic as well. But yeah, this place has a special place in my heart, and I hope we come back here every year we can.
¿Alguien más?
All right, Taylor. Well,
There.
sorry, one more.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas. Va también parecida a la pregunta a la de Alejandro. Cuando tú oigas hablar de Valderrama, ¿cómo la definirías en tu vida? ¿Qué significa Valderrama para ti?
So when you hear yourself speaking about Valderrama, what does that mean for you? What is now in your life, like the meaning of Valderrama in your life?
So I was just taking pictures with some of the staff from the club, and they said that this, you know, being my second win, that this is going to be the second picture of me up in the clubhouse. And so just to have a picture up in the clubhouse with all the great champions and all the great tournaments and matches of the, you know, the history of this place, it's special, right? I mean, even Sergio, right? Like him having won here, like, you know, you just think about the champions and the greats that have been here. It's just an honor and special to be a part of that talk here.
¿Alguna otra pregunta? Creo que estamos bien. Thank you very much and congratulations.